What's up, everybody? Kanye Hotep back at it again with another one. As you can see, I'm still stuck in crazy rush hour. Shit look crazy, don't it? Hold on. Wipe that lens. That shit look crazy, right? Still a product of the bridge being collapsed. The bridge collapsed in Baltimore. Done till 2028. The bridge ain't gonna be done till 2028. Oh my gosh. So this is what it is, driving to work. Not to mention all the federal employees, they're back to work as well. Welcome back to that rat race. Welcome back to the rat race. What's up, Joe? What's up, Rick? Anyway, for the replay, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. And let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep. On Cash App, Super Chat, Struggle Rants. Always welcome. Well, we Super Chatting right now. You gonna be buying Tesla on the dip? I hear that. I don't blame you. Anyway, let's get to it. So Tesla under attack, yo, by all these crazy ass leftists, man. These crazy liberals, these brainwashed, just degenerates. It's under attack, man. For what? Alright, they think they're harming Elon Musk. But they're not harming Elon Musk. They're harming everyday American citizens. People who bought the Tesla because they like the car, or they want to be more, they want their carbon footprint lowered, you know what I mean? Or they wanted an advantage on not having to pay a shit ton of money for gas, or whatever it is they fucking bought Teslas for. You know? You got people vandalizing private citizens' cars because it's a Tesla. Yeah, the guy dug up his ass and rubbed shit on somebody's Cybertruck. Right? On somebody's Cybertruck. Oh, did I forget that thing? Probably did. Ain't that a bitch? Hold on. Oh no, there it goes. Dug up something. This shit is crazy. Another person keyed somebody's Tesla. Then you got somebody that went to a dealership and just and set 5 of them on fire or blew them up, which is like, that'll show them. And it's like, no, what you did was that somebody, Elon Musk ain't own that Tesla dealership. Some business owner owned that Tesla dealership who had to buy that car so he could sell it. So you just set 5 cars that, you know, a business owner owned to make a profit to feed his family. But quote unquote, it's in protest. This is the cognitive dissonance of the left. This is this mental gymnastics that they think it makes sense. Exactly, Joe. How is burning the Tesla good for the environment? First off, I was talking about it yesterday, right? Them lithium batteries burn for fucking ever, right? I'm sure it took forever to put them fucking cars out. Them lithium batteries burn forever. Not to mention, the lithium, if it seeps into the ground and into the soil or into the water, that's a fucking problem, right? That's always been the issue. Like, how do you dispose of these lithium batteries once they've run their course? That's a huge fucking problem. But y'all want to be out here blowing fucking cars up. And it don't even affect Elon. Now the Tesla stock took a dip, and it's gonna be temporary, but the Tesla stock took a dip. And Tim Wall's goofy ass is sitting there taking a victory lap over Tesla stocks taking a dip. Meanwhile, Minnesota, I think it was like, is it 1.6 million shares? Owns 1.6 million shares in Tesla or something like that. Or $1.6 billion worth of Tesla stock or something like that. For their state employees' pension. What's up, Montoya? For their state employees' pension. But he out here taking a victory like no, yo, this shit is fucking up the pension of your state employees. All because what? They don't even know probably why they burning the fucking cars down. They don't know why they sitting there vandalizing these cars. So what? Because Elon showed you that your government is stealing from you? You're burning the cars because Elon's showing you that your government is stealing from you. You're burning the cars because Elon and Trump are showing you that the government's been wasting your money from Jump Street. They're exposing the corruption of the federal government and trying to correct course, and you guys are upset about it because what? The mainstream media told you that Orange Man bad? He's showing you that U.S. aid don't send aid to nobody. Yet they're taking our tax dollars and giving it away for dumb, frivolous shit. They're showing you why we not getting Social Security when we are at retirement age. They're showing you how redundant the United States government is and how inefficient it is and that it can run more efficiently. They're dismantling the system and trying to make it better. They're shrinking government, which I argue that government is as big as it is. Every state should have their own independent country and only rely on the federal government during existential crisis or threats. But y'all want to be out here burning down Teslas like you're doing some revolutionary shit. No, that's some terrorist shit that you're doing. That's terrorism. That's terrorism. You want to read the history books in 50 years? Everybody out here doing that shit. I don't care if you fucking vandalize, you spray paint somebody's car, or key somebody's car, or like the one guy did, rub some shit on somebody's car, you should be charged for terrorism. Because that's what it is. Somebody could be charged with a felony for spitting on somebody during COVID. Somebody rubbing shit on somebody's car because of a political gripe. That should be a felony. Anybody caught trying to explode a Tesla, set one on fire, sabotage one, they need to be thrown in Guantanamo Bay. That's who need to be in Guantanamo Bay. You fucking with people's way of living. You fucking with people's hard-earned money. Fucking cars ain't cheap. Now people's insurance rates are going to go up. If you own a Tesla, your insurance rates are going to go through the roof. But you got these dummies out here that think it's a revolutionary act. Ain't shit revolutionary about what the fuck they doing. Ain't shit revolutionary about the shit that they're doing. You're right, yo. I want to read the book. I want to, in the next 50 years, if I'm still here, right? If I'm still alive, I want to read them history books. I want to read them history books. People are fucking stupid, man. People are the worst, and the internet will show you. Anyway. So I was scrolling the interwebs, and I came across this clip. I guess his name is Loose Cannon. Was saying that he got a call from a guy named Big U. See, I don't know none of these people. A guy named Big U talking about, yo, they just killed Nipsey. He's talking about Nipsey Hussle. They just killed Nipsey. So he hang up the phone and called Nipsey. Nipsey answered like everything good. 30 minutes later, you get another call. Nipsey got killed. Alright? So I'm sitting there listening like, damn, so it sounded like the dude Big U, he let the plot out before the plot was done. Which I would argue that Big U was in on it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when they said Building 7 is falling. Building 7 is falling. Building 7 is falling. Building 7 was still standing. And then like a few minutes later it fell. But then I would also argue like, damn, like if you got a call saying your boy just got killed, you call your boy and he alive, I would have been like, hey, yo, I just got a call saying that you was dead. I'd have been like, yo, I got a call saying you was dead. At least give him the heads up, like, yo, watch your back. But he ain't do that. Yo, it was like, nah, I didn't say nothing to him about it. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you tell your boy, yo, I just got this weird ass fucking call. Somebody said that you was dead, yo. Watch your shit. Watch your six, yo. Be careful. That shit ain't make sense to me. So everybody's like, Big U, he did it. Big U, Big U, Big U. And I'm like, alright, but why the fuck didn't Loose Cannon fucking warn Nipsey? Why the fuck didn't he not say anything? Why the fuck did he not say anything? That shit don't make sense. So I'm like, okay. I mean, he was like, I feel bad for not saying nothing. Like, nigga, yeah, you should have said something. If I got a call saying one of my homeboys got killed, and I call this nigga phone, and he answered, I'm like, hey, yo, I just got this crazy ass fucking call saying you just got killed, yo. You know what I mean? Like, it sounded like something up. But everybody on Big U, and I'm like, all right, rightfully so, but what about this nigga who got the call early and had the opportunity or the chance to tell Nipsey, hey, yo, somebody just said you got killed, yo, be careful. And you don't, and then your boy get killed. That's wild. That's wild. Make me wonder if he has some shit to do with it too. It make me wonder if he has something to do with it too. Because why else wouldn't you say shit to your boy? If somebody just called you and said, yo, somebody said that you got, yo. Why wouldn't you warn your people? Unless you ain't want to give it up. Unless you ain't want to rat or snitch because the shit's supposed to happen and you know that shit's supposed to happen. Am I wrong on that shit? Am I wrong with that? Am I wrong? that right? What's up, Nerd? Nerd Nash in the building. So Big U made it. So if word got back, Loose Cannon told him it would be over for him. So you saying Loose Cannon ain't say shit because he was scared of Big U. Loose Cannon ain't say shit out of self-preservation. That's what you're saying? Damn. That's crazy. So it sounds like Loose Cannon was capping on No Jumper. Is it No Jumper? What's the name of that fucking show? The Adam 22 show. Loose Cannon was making it seem like, well, no, I mean, at the time I didn't think about it. Like, nigga, how at the time you didn't think about it? You called the nigga specifically for that reason. How at the time you wasn't thinking about it? Big U the boogeyman? That's crazy. What's up, man? That's crazy. I don't think I could live with it. I don't think I could live with not telling my niggas. Somebody said you got killed, yo. I just heard. You ain't even gotta say Big U name if you feel that way. You can be like word on the street, somebody just said you got killed, yo. I just overheard somebody saying you got killed. Watch yourself. And that's it. That is a good question. That's what I was just saying. That is also a good question, Eric, because I was like, I don't know if you heard me. I was just like, was loose in on it. Was Big U giving them the heads up? And it's done. And Loose Cannon was just calling Nip to see if the shit was really done. Like, if he don't answer, that nigga not here. If he answered, then yeah. Cause that's what it seemed like to me when I was like that's what my brain went. Like, you call this nigga because you heard he got killed. You worried. He answered. And then you just talk about, what's going on? How your day going? You just talk about everything else but the shit you called this nigga about. Make me feel like you was calling to check to see if the shit was done. And you knew about it. And then when the nigga answered, like, oh damn, that shit ain't even done. That shit wild, yo. That shit wild. That's the crazy shit, yo. People always talk about, like, you always hear black folks and our community and shit talking about. See, they always, like Nerd said, they always want to make us the boogeyman. They always talking about, 13% of the population, 52% of the violent crime. They always doing this, they always doing that. And I'm like, yo, they not wrong. He probably hung up. I'm like, yo, I can't be mad at people when they say that shit. Like, do it like, dig at me a little bit, yeah, because it's like, not all of us out here is savages out this bitch just wanting to see motherfuckers die. But then at the same time, you gotta acknowledge that a lot of our own people want to see us fucking fail and fall. Baltimore filled with fucking haters that just want to murk a nigga because a nigga doing good. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not just here, it's a lot of places. You know what I mean? Let's just say, like, I'm out there in the public eye like that, right? Let's just say I'm out there in the public eye, I'm getting money, bitches love me, niggas respect me, and then you got some haters out there, bitch, that just be like, fuck that nigga Cannon, That nigga Cannon think he all that. That nigga Cannon think he got it like that. And then niggas start plotting to kill me simply because they don't like my success. And it be my own people. I told my mother, you see that shit right there? Look, I had to put it back there because my son was in the car. You see that shit? You see that shit on the seat right there? Huh? Y'all see that? Did y'all see it? Did you see it on the seat? You see it? Don't mind the mess in the car. My mother talking about, be careful because the police is out here and they, they might shoot you if they see you got a gun. I'm like, Ma, I ain't worried about the police. I know how to handle the police. I'm worried about these niggas. I ain't worried about the police. I'm worried about these niggas. I'm not carrying that gun because of fucking police brutality. I'm not carrying that gun because I think a white man going to fucking say, where you from, boy? No. I'm worried about these niggas here in Baltimore who might try me. That's why I carry a fucking gun. I'm not carrying... Like, that's the thing I'm talking about. Like they act like we victims. Like, nah, nigga, we the fucking predators for the most part. I'm sorry. Y'all can take it however y'all want it, y'all. We, like, especially here in Baltimore, we the predators. Niggas is the predators, yo. I'm not out here because I think some white man like this white man over here in this fucking... I don't think he gonna come fuck with me. I don't be down Federal Hill or Fells Point thinking some white man gonna fucking try me or come around with a fucking noose. No, I'm worried about niggas who don't know how to act, who listen to this drill music, who might see me as an easy lick, or might want to try me because of my size and shit. Sometimes this shit don't got no fucking rhythm or rhyme to it. They just do it. You know what I mean? So that's why I carry a fucking gun. Like, we gotta be real about that. I not hating it, but I just be like, yo, let's come on. Let's stop all of this fucking black people are virtuous and shit like that. Because there are good virtuous black people, okay? And there is a difference between black people and niggas. I learned that a long time ago, okay? Like I said, I'm not one of these niggas that grew up in the suburbs and I only hung out in the hood when, like, my uncle took me and said, no, nigga, I grew up in the hood. And my father, my father hustled and grind, started a business, and he moved us out of the hood. But I grew up in the hood. I seen niggas do drive-bys on mountain bikes, my nigga. I'm from when they said the sage advice, if niggas start shooting on the block, was to get under a car. You ever heard that shit? When I was a kid, and we'd be outside hooping or whatever we doing, the thing that our parents and everybody told us, if they start shooting, get under a car. That was the fucking sage advice we got when niggas start shooting. I seen the no good motherfuckers in the hood. And a few bad apples spoil it for the bunch. That's why I be laughing at these fucking FBA niggas or these Pan-African niggas who be like, oh, the white man targeting us and the white man want to make it seem like we these fucking savages that just want to be out here fucking murdering and killing. Nigga, yeah, in certain parts of the fucking America, in certain cities, that's exactly what the fuck it is. Especially now with these little YNs out this bitch, they ain't got no respect. They ain't got respect for the OGs. They ain't got respect for motherfuckers that just want to stay out the way. They just don't give a fuck. Yeah, the Pooh Shiesty mask, exactly. Yep. I remember, right? What was I at? I was in a gun class. I think it was when I forgot. I was getting some. I don't know what permit what permit was I getting? It was one of these fucking permits I got. I can't remember. And the guy was saying, you know, if somebody comes up and they rob you, just give them your wallet. No, it wasn't even a gun class. It wasn't a gun class. It was a self-defense class. I'm sorry, it was a self-defense class. It wasn't even a gun class. But he's like, if somebody comes up and they try to stick you up, the best thing to do is just give them your wallet. I said, shit, not here. And the guy was like, why do you say that? I said, because niggas in Baltimore rob you mask off. And if you get robbed mask off, they going to shoot you after they rob you. I know that because I lost homeboys who got robbed and got shot because the nigga that robbed them ain't had no mask on. I got a few homeboys that died like that. Got stuck up and got shot anyway. I said, your best bet for survival is to fucking fight. My cousin. If this nigga didn't fight, he'd have died, yo. He still got shot. But he didn't get no point blank to the head or no shit like that. Cousin walking to the store and shit. Nigga try to stick him up at the basketball court. We walking through the basketball court. Right? My cousin knocked this nigga out. Not knocked him out, but he starts tussling. Cousin said he knocked the nigga to the ground, punched him, bow, knocked to the ground. My cousin said he knocked the gun out of his hand, but he ran. The dude picked the gun back up and started busting on him. Caught my cousin a couple times in the back. Cousin was he was in the hospital for a minute. You know what I mean? He was in the hospital for a minute. Off of some 22s. Them little 22s will fuck you up. They bounce off shit. It might go in your back, come out your fucking asshole. You know what I mean? But that's how shit is, and that's how, like, people that be talking all that, they always want to bring up 13, what is it, 52, 13, whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, the shit is true. You can't discount that shit. I don't blame white women when they cross the street in certain neighborhoods. I don't blame it. I don't blame them. Nigga, I cross the street sometimes. Let some niggas be walking, following me or behind me for too long. I'm gonna cross the fucking street. And if the niggas cross the street with me, then we got a fucking problem. Like, people don't understand that shit. Like, nah, the white man, he want no, nigga. Nah, nope. In some cases, that white man right. That white man right. You got shot fighting a robber? Damn. Yeah, it was a code back in the day. Nigga, I seen a dude get robbed for his cheesesteak and his half and half. Here in Baltimore, we call half lemonade, half iced tea, half and half. My mother sent me and my homeboy down to the corner store, or down to the spot called Silver Moon, right? If you ever in Baltimore, it's a spot called Silver Moon off of Martin Luther King Boulevard and what is that? Off Martin Luther King and Baltimore Street. Right? We down there, we waiting for the food and shit. We outside, you know. We ain't getting fucked with because niggas knew who we was, right? We from around the way. Nigga that wasn't from around there, yo, come out there. He look like he ain't from around there too. He walking like he's scared. Nigga came out with his food. These niggas stuck this nigga up for his cheesesteak and his fucking jumbo half and half, and then laughed about it when that nigga ran to his car, got the fuck out of Dodge. We was just sitting there like, damn, that's fucked up. Then he was like, hey, yo, y'all niggas want some? Like, no, we good. We waiting for our food. But that's how shit be. What's up, Haran? Go say getting robbed over Arnold Palmer is crazy. You know what I mean? But back in the day, you're right, it was a code, yo. Back in the day, it was a code. You know what I mean? Like, I remember that shit. Like, we used to want to hang out with the big kids and shit. The big kids was doing dirt. They wouldn't let us hang with them. They're like, nah. You know what I mean? They're like, nah. He's like, yo, you play football, yo. You keep playing football. Don't be up here with us. You know what I mean? Mother, yo, you play basketball. Don't be up here with us. And they always kept us. They kept us at arm's reach. You know what I mean? Make sure we was good, but they didn't let us hang around them, because they knew at any given time some shit could go down around them. You know what I mean? Shit ain't like that no more. I blame the music. People, yeah, yo, like, I don't know. Like, this drill music got niggas' heads gassed up, and they be having them do some crazy shit. These kids, right? These new kids, and I said this shit on Sonny's, when I went on Sonny's show the first time. These kids ain't got no personalities of their own. They don't got no identity of their own. So what they do, they adopt the identity of who they want to be like. So when you hear this music, like you hear the drill music, right? The Julio and the shot 'em got 'em, whatever. What is spot 'em got 'em, shot 'em got 'em, whatever the fuck his name is. These kids listen to that shit, and then they start to try to emulate that lifestyle, right? Especially if the parents ain't around. If you say your father ain't around, right, and your mother. I did a whole fucking video on this shit on my channel. I told a story about some shit, but say your mother ain't around, your father ain't around, your mother working 2 jobs, or your mother, you know what I mean? She trying to support you and shit. So you ain't got that attention that you be wanting from your parents. So what you do? You go outside, you be chilling, and then next thing you know, the fucking local drug dealer done took an interest in you. Now he like, hey yo, come here, right? You getting made fun of and shit because you got holes in your shoes, right? You ain't got the new polo on or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's what they, back when I was, you know, in school and shit, polos was the shit. You had a polo on, you was fresh. Anyway, polos used to cost like $70 a shirt. How much polos cost now? You know what I mean? How much is polos now? Like, I remember back then, yo, used to go to USA Boutique, get a fucking polo. Should be like $70. Anyway, so now the drug, hey yo, come here, yo. Yo, wave you over. You go over there. Hey yo, do me a favor. Take this right here. Go give it to that dude in that car right there. He's gonna give you some money. Bring it back. Some kids do that shit. You go over there, give whatever the product is to the dude in the car. Usually be some white in Baltimore. Usually be some white boy in a pickup truck that probably just got off a job site or on his way to work. Give him that shit. They give him some money. He take it back to the drug dealer. Drug dealer hit him off for $50 or something like that. There you go. Go get yourself some new shoes or something, you know. Here you go. Go eat. Now that drug dealer gave him some attention and some purpose. And now that kid want more attention and more purpose. That just made $50 just by doing that real fast. Now you got a kid going down a whole nother path that he might not have went down if he had the right attention and the right role models and shit. You know what I mean? They selling polos at Walmart now. They still 60 something a shirt. T said they 30 now. T, what you talking about? You talking about U.S. Polo Association or you talking about polo? Oh, nigga, I done got plenty of polos from Ross and Marshalls, bruh. Kids are figuring out themselves, so of course they don't have a personality yet. So you don't understand. You don't understand what I'm saying, right? They're not getting their personalities from nothing constructive, or by I guess virtuous means. They getting their personality from toxic content and toxic people, in turn making them toxic. Yeah, Ralph Lauren and Polo are 2 different things. Nigga, not here. It's either you got Polo, which is the Ralph Lauren, or you got you don't got Polo. You don't got Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I mean, if you got 2 niggas on the back of the horse, that's U.S. Polo Association. If you got 1 man on the horse, then you good. Oh, shit. That's how we looked at it. Like, if I see 2 niggas on the horse, nah. But yeah, it's sad, Joe. It's sad. But Nipsey was probably one of the, he was one of the last of the real niggas out here. Now we just got a bunch of YNs wanting to shoot niggas so they can make a song. We got a bunch of young niggas that just want to shoot people to make a song about it. You know? See, up here in Baltimore, we ain't never say Ralph. Oh, we can get that Ralph Lauren. No, we just say, oh, let me get a polo shirt. We knew it had to say Ralph Lauren on the inside, but we just like, let me get a polo. That's how we rock with it. But that's what it is, though. Right? We was having a whole conversation, right? Matter of fact, I had to renew my I went with my father because he had to renew his gun permit, right? My father had to renew his gun permit, so I went and did my class 2 because my shit is up in September. Might as well get that shit out the way, right? So, The instructor like, yeah, you know, you want to be careful because the way Maryland works is if you put yourself in a bad situation, you could be held liable for what happens afterwards. And my father like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, so like, if you go down an alley that you know is unsavory, or that could be a possible issue down that alley, and then somebody come out try to rob you and you shoot them, you could be held liable for the shooting. My father said, get the fuck out of here. What? I said, yeah. Because it was this one, that's why I told you the one time. So this one time, right, I had to go check out a job. This lady in D.C. owned a property in like the fucking shittiest part of Baltimore. See, people be living in D.C. and shit, or in like Jersey, and they be buying properties in these shitty, fucked up neighborhoods, thinking that Johns Hopkins or Maryland gonna move on that property, or move that way. But it'd be so fucking far away from where they developing at. It's gonna be like 10 to 15 years before they even get there. But you know, lady bought a property, right? And in the hole, this bitch bought a property in the hole, but she ain't know. Ain't never see the property. She just own it. That bitch in the hole. So, she wanted to start renovating this property, right? And so I'm driving to the spot. I'm like, yo. I get there. I'm like, oh my god, this shit is like, when I say in the hole, y'all saw the wire. It's round there. It's like it's off Pennsylvania Avenue, right, where all the Freddie Gray rides and shit happen. It's off that way. So I'm like, nah. I said, this shit wild. So I pull over because I see where I'm going. I put the vest on. See, Unc was like, yo, why can't always got a vest in his videos? Is it that serious? Yeah, nigga, it be that serious sometimes. So I pull over. I throw the vest on under the hoodie because I don't want the niggas to see the vest on, because I already look like, and we already had this conversation, depending on how I'm dressed, I might look like a narcotics cop. I might look like one of the jump out boys. I might look like one of the knockers. So I threw the shit on under, because I had like, my vest isn't like, ain't no big crazy vest. It's one I can wear under the shirt. So I throw that shit on, I throw the hoodie on, put one in the chamber. My helper like, you good? I was like, yo, this nigga got us going down the way to the hole. He's like, oh shit. So he was like, what you want me to do? Because we already know, like, yo, this shit ain't cool, right? So I'm like, nigga, just run if something happens. I'm gonna have to shoot it out with these niggas. So we get there. I'm hoping that everything is copacetic, right? You know, because like I said, I'm from around the way, so I could know some niggas from around there, whatever. I might be straight. So we pull up, and I'm like, all right. So then, the house that she had was on the fucking corner, right? On the corner. So I pull up. It's on the corner where the alley is, but I can see her backyard, right? So I pull up just a little bit. I'm looking. I'm like, I was like, these niggas serving the fiends in her backyard, right? I'm like, these niggas are serving the fiends. I'm like, nah, nope. Because what I was supposed to do is see if I could drop a dumpster in the alley. I'm like, nope. Called my father, like, yeah, this shit ain't happening, Dad. Well, I was wrong. I said, they serving the fiends in her yard. Well, can you get some pictures? I'm like, fuck no, I can't get no pictures. What's the problem? I said, Dad, they serving the fiends in the yard. I'm not about to walk down the alley. I already look like the police and start taking pictures of this lady's house, but I'm taking pictures of these niggas also serving fiends in the yard. You about to get me shot. He was like, but you got a gun. He's like, but you got a gun. I'm like, yeah, nigga, but I'm not John Wick. I'm like, one of them niggas gonna get me. I was like, nah, nope. I was like, he was like, all right, let me call the lady and you tell her. I was like, all right, you call the lady. I said, lady, look, I don't know if you knew where you bought this house at, but you got drug dealers, you got the dope boys serving the fiends in your backyard. I cannot get pictures of where we need to drop this dumpster at. I can't even get into your house because I'm not going in your yard because it's going to cause an issue. Like, that's how fucked up should be. That's how fucked up should be. What's up, Jay? You just got the notification. I've been live for like 40 minutes. They be tripping. Not only that, the fucking latency on these lives be wild. I used to be able to control the latency on the live, and now they don't let me. That's crazy. But that whole story was to show you that, like, no, not every black neighborhood is some nice neighborhood with flowers and shit growing out of pots and clean fucking marble steps. No, this shit don't be like that. The shit you see in The Wire, that's how it is. They be showing HIV ads on my stream. What? That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But again, the story's also to tell you that I bought that gun. I got a carry permit because I'm not afraid of the fucking police. I ain't afraid of some white man coming and fucking bug me or bother me or try to do me harm. I'm scared of my own fucking people trying to fucking do me harm. That's my problem. I'm scared of my own people trying to do me harm. All y'all niggas that ain't never lived that fucking life can sit there and be like, oh, here go this nigga being Uncle Tommy. Alright, let me drop your dumb ass off on North Avenue. Come on down to Baltimore, let me drop your dumb ass off on North Avenue. You go ahead and walk a few miles, see how you feel. Let's see how comfortable you feel. I'll drop your ass off on Pennsylvania Avenue. Let's see how you feel. Let me drop you off down Walbrook Junction. You go ahead and chill and try to fucking fit in. Let me see how the fuck you feel. You ain't get a notification? See, YouTube ain't shit. YouTube ain't shit. So that's the shit I also be mad about. I be hearing niggas like, oh, see, no, they capping for the white man. Like, okay, you think so? Oh, alright. Come around my way. Let me show you how shit is around here, and you let me know if I'm fucking capping. I'm telling you a live fucking experience. See how you survive around this bitch. While Pennsylvania Avenue always got issues. Yo, everybody Pennsylvania Avenue or Martin Luther King Boulevard or Way or Drive or whatever, they all got problems, yo. They all got problems. Let me drop you off over in fucking Sandtown. Let me drop you off in Irvington. Irvington, that neighborhood, that's the motherfuckers who made the Stop Snitching tapes. They started the Stop Snitching shit. Them niggas. And I used to do security at a little club right there called the Half Mile Track. I used to be a bouncer. You know what I mean? I used to be a bouncer. Niggas been there fighting every weekend. I had some respect around there because I wasn't one of them dickhead bouncers. You know what I mean? I wasn't being a dickhead because I'm sitting there like, these niggas is strapped, and back then I wasn't strapped. I was young. I was like 23, 24. You know what I mean? So I gave them respect, but I showed them niggas that I ain't fucking around, but you know, I ain't trying to disrespect you either. Niggas gave me respect. I had to pull a gun off one nigga. I'm like, yo, go put the shit in the car, yo. The popo was right next to me. One of the niggas that was one of the security guards, he was the police. And he's looking, and I'm like, no, don't call that shit, yo. Like, yo, put that shit in the car, yo. Alright, B, alright, yo. I'm like, yo, nigga. He could call his people, and they coming to get you. I told him, don't call them. Just go put your shit in the car. Alright, I got you, yo. Yo, came back, patted him down, you had shit on. Went in. You know what I mean? That's how that shit is. But around there, the vice cops was always out looking for them niggas. What's up, Reggie? Yeah, YouTube, that's how they be. Martin Luther Avenue. Martin Luther Avenue. But yeah, man. It's like I said, I don't know how we got on this tangent, but that should be tripping me out when niggas be trying to say, oh, they be over exaggerating the black community. No, the fuck they don't. No, the fuck they don't. I'm sorry, like I said, I do not. Like I remember it's a nice white neighborhood too. It's a nice white neighborhood. Federal Hill, right? Used to be called Pigtown, but they call it Federal Hill. Like Under Armour developed that shit. Under Armour got a whole nother city in that bitch, right? Like it's Baltimore, and then Under Armour built their own fucking city right there. It's on the water and everything. White lady walking down the street. This was on the news. White lady walking down the street. Dude asked her for a cigarette. She said no. The nigga shot her. Shot and killed her. Shot in the head and killed her. Shot her in the head and killed her. Then you got the mayor here now. He talking about crime has gone down. Violent crime has gone down. Robberies have gone down. Them white folks in them neighborhoods, they know the fuck it didn't. I don't know who you think you lying to. Katie just got knocked over the head and her shit took last night. I'm dead serious. That's how they was talking. Like they reported that shit, and the man talking about crime gone down, and then they went and talked to the neighbors in this one neighborhood. It was like, shit, he lying. Lady was like, I just got fucking robbed last night. They fucking hit me over the head, took my shit and my car. I was like, damn. I don't know who this motherfucker is. Can you tell us about the totally bizarre and shocking lizard incident that happened in your stream, in my last stream? The stats in Minnesota are crazy. There's nearly no crime there. We gotta talk to P Dog about that. You gotta talk to K. I think K in law enforcement out there in Minnesota. I ain't seen her recently. Like she'll hit me every now and again on like Instagram or something. I know she been on her grind. Anyway. Your boy Kanye, that nigga crashing out, yo. Kanye is crashing out. This nigga done called Jay-Z kids retarded. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was that about? Like, I don't know if he was jabbing at or taking this. He's just stating the fucking fact. But regardless, I'm like, yo, leave the kids out of it, bro. Like, whatever it is, like, leave the kids out of it. I don't know if Ye got like a death wish. I don't know what's up with him, yo. He really, I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to say a bunch of just inflammatory things to get like some buzz around him and then drop another album. I don't know. I'm just like, yo, leave the kids out of it, yeah. You know, but I knew what he was talking about. Jay-Z, his son, I think his son look like he on the spectrum for real, right? His son like I forgot where I seen. He had a son somewhere. His other daughter, like she might be a little awkward, but I don't know. But his son looked like he might be on the spectrum. When I seen his son, he kind of reminded me of my son. I was like, okay. But then I was like, but then when I seen his son, I was like, I wonder if that's why he don't got them in the he don't have them out as much as they be having Blue Ivy out there. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm like, yo, Kanye, chill, yo. Leave the kids out the shit, yo. You know what I mean? I know Ye feel like he feels slighted. Ye on the Apex Overload. The nitrous gas. Like, I know he feels slighted. He was talking because he did a video last night. We'll cover it tonight, but he was talking about feeling like people just let him down or just turn their back on him that he put on. You know, he was talking about John Legend. He was talking about John Legend, and he was like, you know, I put him on. Like, I'm the reason he fucking famous. And this nigga just stopped talking to me just because I like Trump. Not only did he stop talking to me, he started talking bad about me because I like Trump. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I mean, it ain't like people didn't know that shit. A lot of people got their back, turned their back on a lot of people because of their political leanings. You know what I mean? Yay corny now. He went on who went on ketamine? Michael Jackson went on ketamine. Yeah, like Ye got fuck you money, and just because you got fuck you money, you ain't gotta say fuck you to everybody. Ye. If I had that type of cash and I ain't gotta make no more music or nothing like that, I got my fashion shit going on, right? I got my fashion shit going on. I'm chilling. I'm out Wyoming on my ranch. I'm shooting fucking elk and deer. I'm eating good. I'm out that bitch like Duck Dynasty. I'm out that motherfucker like Duck Dynasty. I'm out that bitch like Ted Nugent. I'm chilling on my compound. Maybe I'll build a little city. He got a shit ton of acreage, right? Maybe I'll build a little city on my land. What do we call that shit? Yeezyville. I'm building me a little Yeezyville. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. I don't know I don't know if he's just crashing out and there is no method to his madness, or if he got some fucking diabolical master plan to do some other shit. I don't know. Now he hanging out with fucking Nick Fuentes again, which is interesting. I don't know what the fuck going on, but yeah, he gotta chill. Still one of my favorite rappers though. Still one of my favorite producers though. How you doing, Ray? That's true. I don't know what it is. Some people just want credit. Some people just want to be in the limelight. I don't know why. Like, yay. Like, preserve your legacy, my man. You'll go down as the greatest producer, or one of the greatest producers and rappers of all time. You know what I mean? Just leave it at that. Take your billions and chill, yo. Don't even do it for yourself. Just do it for your kids. Do that shit for your kids. The whole liking Trump thing requires good faith. Sorry, I ain't gonna go this. Conservation of time and time with some people. Time with people. My glasses on, gosh dang it. They hear information out of context and mischaracterized. Yeah, they are, but also part of me is like they're purposefully hearing misinformation and all of that other shit. They're purposefully hearing all of that shit. Like, we watched Wag the Dog last night, right? If you wasn't in there, we doing Hotep movie night. Jay, if you trying to jump in on Wednesdays, yo, let me know. We doing Hotep movie night, right? Every Wednesday night we gonna do a Hotep movie night. And we watch Wag the Dog. And if you watch Wag the Dog, the basic thing is that the president got caught diddling a little girl in like one of the rooms in the White House, and they had to distract from it because it was 11 days until election day. It was 11 days until election day. The president got caught diddling some little girl, and they had to distract from it. You'd be surprised all of the people that was in on this shit. They brought in a fixer. The fucking press secretary was in on it. They brought in some other nigga from Hollywood to start ginning up these false flags to steer away from the scandal. And not only that, he started bringing in fucking actors and famous songwriters and all of this shit to spin this narrative to deviate away from the scandal. So I'm like, damn, this movie was telling the quiet part out loud back then. So that's why I'm always saying don't let the tail wag the dog because of that movie. So when you hear people like, because I refuse to believe that Jimmy Kimmel's that fucking stupid. I refuse to believe that Stephen Colbert is that fucking stupid. I refuse to believe that John Legend and Robert De Niro was in the fucking movie. He was the main character essentially, right? So I refuse to believe that he's that fucking stupid. They're all going along with the plan to deviate from what the positive shit that Trump's doing to spin a narrative of a totalitarian dictator. So like when I hear that shit, I be like, nah, these celebrities, they want to keep their celebrity, so they're gonna go along to get along. Because if they keep going along to get along, then they'll get jobs or stay more relevant or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're being willfully ignorant. I don't even know if I want to say they're being willfully ignorant. They're just being used because they want to continue to be popular. There are no helpful people who are okay with being misinformed, just so they can win an argument or to be accepted in certain social circles, leave them behind. I agree. Most willfully ignorant, but these actors all paid to lie. Yes, that's exactly right, Jay. Yep. Anthony Mackie, he was one way today, and the next tomorrow, all for a paycheck. Moves equals movies. But it was a great movie, and some people, I mean, we had a decent little crowd in there. I think when it was all said and done, I think 50 people might have watched the movie with us. But yeah, it's a great movie, and I encourage everybody to watch it. Just like, what have we watched so far? We watched The Manchurian Candidate. That blew some people away. We watched Surrogates with Bruce Willis on the transhumanism tip. What else did we watch? We watched Upgrade. Was Upgrade last week? I think Upgrade was last week. We watched Upgrade. Oh no, Demolition. We watched Upgrade. That was 2 weeks ago. We watched Demolition Man last week, and then we just watched Wag the Dog. So we watched 5 movies so far on Wednesdays, and then next Wednesday we're gonna do Repo Man. And I haven't seen Electric State. Did you hear about the Amtrak CEO resigning yesterday after 16 years? Nah, I ain't hear about that. Trump was in Zoolander. Yeah, he was in Zoolander. He was in Home Alone. Nah, why the Amtrak CEO step down? Why he resign? What'd he do? Or what's about to happen? Every time they sell stock or resign, some bullshit about to go down. We about to have some fucking train wrecks now. Jeremy Boring just stepped down from the fucking Daily Wire. Why is that? You know what I mean? The Boston Celtics got sold. Who they sell the Boston Celtics to? Guys, I told y'all season 4 of America is gonna be lit. Told you, and it hasn't disappointed yet. It hasn't disappointed yet. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. We back here tonight. after the Hotep's Been Told Your podcast on Hotep Jesus YouTube channel or kick.com/HBTY pod. After that, it's the after party here on the Canon Hotep YouTube channel, Canon Hotep on Rumble, Canon Hotep on X, and Canon Hotep on Kick. That's around 10:30-ish. It depends when HN decide to stop talking. Or how sleepy Unc look. Man, happened very abruptly. Allegedly, it might have had to do with Elon suggesting to privatize Amtrak. Interesting. 6.1 billion. Damn. Anyway, we'll see you later on tonight. Until next time, it's Canon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll holler at you.